Nelson Mandela quoted, "It is music and dance that make me at peace with the world." Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, and a very good evening to each and every one of you. I am Rachel Davids, Secretary of the Theatre Club, and it gives me immense pleasure to welcome all of you to our school's 15th Annual Day, Anubhuti 2023. This year's theme is Bhavam, which means expression of one's inner truth and feelings. Music and dance as a medium of expression of Bhavam are an integral part of our culture. Bhavam takes a deeper dive into the world of art forms and helps us to embrace our beautiful and rich culture. Let us begin by invoking the blessings of the Almighty through the prayer dance.
Vináyaka
was a truly divine performance. Thank you. It's now time for us to experience nostalgia by taking a trip down memory lane. The PSBB Millennium School OMR presents its annual report, 2022-23.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Success never comes in a day. It is a result of years of hard work. 15 years may have gone fast in the blink of an eye, but it does not mean that it has gone unnoticed. We are proud to celebrate our milestone Christian year by acknowledging how far we have come and accepting the fact that we still have a mile to go. Adopting the mantra Triple R will help us to travel the extra mile in pursuit of excellence in the coming years. Realign to support our aspiration. Be resilient to push through our resolution. Resurge to rise from adversity. Step up and march forward to achieve our vision.
Pause, reflect and resume are words we need to put into practice in order to put this mantra into action. Here, we introspect on what we have done, remediated and chart afresh. As quoted by the famous Spanish painter Pablo Picasso, art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. From exploring the experience of being incognito last year and hinting at an emergence in our 15th year, we are zooming out to explore the richness of our motherland. 2023 is a special year as we are celebrating 75 years of Indian independence and we have the privilege of hosting the G20 summit. Using the medium of the performing arts of music and dance, we would like to encourage our students to hold on to their roots while facing the future confidently and creatively.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Art is inspiring and stimulating for the human mind. Music and dance play an integral part in any celebration. These are art forms that allow us to celebrate milestones while having fun. This year, as we celebrate our quindecennial Crystal Year, we are exploring the evolution of art forms of music and dance, which also form an integral part of our school life. We would like to begin our annual report by paying our respects to our iconic leader and founder. Our 15th year is a testimony to the divine blessings of Padma Shri awardee Dr. Mrs. Y.G. Parthasarathy. The consistent support of Mr. Y.G. Rajendra, Executive Trustee, Balabhavan Educational Trust, and Mrs. Sheila Rajendra, Dean and Director of the PSBB Group of Schools, have enabled the school to reach greater heights. Visionary guidance extended by Mr. Abhinav Dar, Chairman and Managing Trustee, Learning Leadership Foundation. The Principal, Mrs. Rukmani Sridharan, along with the coordinators, continues to lead the team with great success. Here, it is worth mentioning that the 122 strong administrative and academic staff have given every bit of their best in continuing the excellent results of the school. Our student strength has now grown to 2,027.
As we take stock of past achievements, we are also excited about what the future holds for us. It's time now to look back at the events which went to make up the tapestry of our school life this past year. The balance achieved between extracurricular activities and academics became evident when the CBSE board results of classes 10 and 12 were declared. Kamalika Udayakumar topped the biology stream with a score of 492 of 500. Subramanian Velmurugan scored the highest in the computer science stream with 488, while the topper of the humanities stream was Varada Jayaprakash with 485. Riva Madan topped the commerce stream with 477. We take great pride in announcing that we have 1 centum each in English and chemistry, 2 in mathematics and physics. In class 10, the topper's score was 496 of 500. We have 2 centims in English, 7 in mathematics, 7 in social science, 1 in Sanskrit. Mithali Padi stood first with 496 of 500, and Harini S. second with 494. Sadhana Shaktivel and Aditya Kalaiko tied for third place with 490. The award winners were felicitated at the Keep in Touch program on 2nd June 2023 with Mr. Nishant Shekant, Assistant Dean and Associate Professor of Law, Vinayaka Missions Law School, as the chief guest. The best outgoing students for the year were Kamalika Udayakumar and Subramanian Velmurugan.
We are proud to inform you that our 12th graders have as usual been placed in premier institutes like IITs, IISER, NLUs and other reputed Indian and foreign universities. The list is as follows. The Student Council body is an opportunity given to students to help in the smooth functioning of the school and to learn skills for life. The much-awaited investiture ceremony for the academic year 2023-24 was held on 5th July. Mr. Jitendra Kang, AVP Siemens, was the chief guest. Among the students selected and elected to be part of the Student Council body were the SPL boy, Aditya Sivakumar, and SPL girl, Lakshita Satish Kumar. Pranay Vinod Palakir and Anya Naveen were selected as the ASPL boy and girl respectively. They, along with other Student Council body members, were awarded badges and sashes during the ceremony. Ronika S. and Avinash J. of grade 5 have been selected as the junior girl and boy SPLs.
Through cultural and educational events hosted by the school, we ensure complete and all-round development of our children. The highlights of some of the events are as follows. Anubhuti, the 14th annual day themed Agyatavas, was celebrated on Saturday, 13th August 2022. The chief guests were Shri Srijit Nambiar and Srimati Parvati Menon, exponents in dance, and Kalai Mamani Srimati Shailaja, founder director Shaila Sudha Dance Academy. The guest of honor was Srimati Asha Pillai, vice principal PSBB Senior Secondary School, Nungambakam. The annual educational project Pradarshini themed The Pride of India was conducted in the school campus on 28th and 29th October 2022. Dr. Mohana Rangam, retired Air Force officer, HOD, Department of Anesthesiology, Chettinad Super Specialty Hospital, was the chief guest. The annual sports day, Blaze 2022-23, was conducted on Friday, 13th January 2023 at Chettinad Sarvaloka Education School grounds, Kelambakam. Dr. M. Sundar, Vice Chancellor, Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University, and Dr. Mohana Krishnan, Director of Sports, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, were the chief guests. An exclusive sports day for kindergartners was conducted on Saturday, 18th February 2023 in the school campus. Dr. S. Tirumalai Kumar, Professor, Department of Physical Education, Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University, was the chief guest. Miss Pauline Prisha, Indian volleyball player, was the guest of honor. The KG Annual Day, themed K2K, Kashmir to Kanyakumari, was celebrated with great zeal on Saturday, 1st April 2023. The event was graced by Dr. Vasudha Prakash, Director, VXL Educational Trust, and Mrs. Jayanti Raghavan, Academic Coordinator, PSBB T Nagar.
The candlelight ceremony, an event held for students of 10 and 12 before they take on their board examinations, was conducted on February 9, 2023. The event was graced by Mrs. Gauri Palachandran, Director, Academic Outreach at Kata. The 8th edition of the Inter-School Cultural Fest, Sulakshya, was conducted on the 7th and 8th of July 2022. The year's theme was Agyatavas. 442 students across 24 schools participated in offline and online competitions. The chief guest for the valedictory ceremony was Mr. Abhishek Kumar, stand-up comedian and actor. PSBB T Nagar won the overall trophy. The Interact Club of the PSBB Millennium School, OMR, provides a platform for children to foster an appreciation for the world they live in and contribute to its betterment through community service. The annual fundraising event, Kalpataru, was conducted on Saturday, 4th February 2023. The event was graced by the presence of the Tarambur Panchayat President, Thiru D. Munusamy, and the dignitaries of the Rotary Club of Madras, Srinagar. The valedictory was graced by the presence of cine artist Mrs. Preeti Sanjeev. The valedictory function of the 5th annual Inter-School Science Fair Pragyan was conducted on Thursday, 13th April 2023 in the online mode. The judge for the Super Senior category was Mr. K. Mohanan Pillai, retired scientific officer, Madras Atomic Power Station. Mr. B. Karthik, scientist, Aeronautical Development Agency, Ministry of Defence, was the judge for the senior level. The judge for the junior level was Mrs. Faiza from the Lightworkers Academy, Chennai. The following students were declared the winners.
The exhibition of the work of the Department of Art and the Art Club, Kala Pradarshini, was held on Thursday, 13th April and Saturday, 15th April 2023 at our school. The Art Fest was inaugurated by Mrs. Sumati Ravi, Area Head, Global Art. The colourful display of the artistic talents of our students was well received and appreciated by the chief guest. The academic year 2022-23 saw the flowering of many new ventures. Parent Connect aims to bridge the gap between parents, students and teachers. In keeping with this, a meeting took place for the members of Parent Connect community on the 17th of September 2022. Student Connect is a structured program that aims to facilitate connections, support and engagements among students. ABCD Warriors is a program which was initiated at the beginning of the academic year for classes 6 to 8 to encourage the holistic development of children. As an initiative to create awareness among students in keeping with India gaining presidency in the G20 summit, the All India Radio conducted many events, and we are proud to say that our students from UKG to class 11 participated in speech, writing, drawing, panel discussion, Villapata and many such events. Most of the events were recorded at the All India Radio studio on Tuesday, 31st January 2023. It was well received and appreciated by the organizers. We are also delighted to inform you that about 200 of our students participated in the March Past during the inaugural event and cultural event of the prestigious All India Inter-University Athletic Championship hosted by Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University on 13th March 2023 and 15th March 2023 respectively at the university campus in Vengadamangalam.
Students who are part of the 5 Inter-PSBB Millennium clubs are given in-depth training and are given the opportunity to participate in the Inter-PSBB Millennium competitions held across the branches. The Creative Writing Club saw Aditi Bagde of 9th grade and Sri Raghavi Muralidharan of grade 7 bagging the first prize in English poetry and Advait Vasudev Melapat winning the first prize in Hindi poetry at the Millennium Miraculum competition held in October. The 8th edition of Questa was conducted on Friday, 6 January at the PSBB LLA, Bangalore campus. Madhav Kulkarni and Achyutan Venkateshan of class 12 bagged the runners-up title in the quiz for seniors. The Science and Tech Club stood 4th in the Eureka contest held at the PSBB Millennium School, Coimbatore. Vakya Yuddha, the Inter-PSBB Millennium Debate Competition conducted in the month of November saw our school bagging the first place in the upper house while the lower house was declared the runner-up. Madhav Kulkarni of grade 12 and Harish Natarajan of grade 8 were adjudged the best speakers. In the Art Fest competition held at Kadalur, Danishta Darshini of class 9 got the first place in collage making.
The Media Club has succeeded in setting high standards and the editorial board successfully brought out its e-newsletter Millennium Chronicles every term. The Heritage Club conducted a quiz in the month of August to celebrate Madras Day. Videos were shown tracing the journey from Madras to Chennai. The Integrity Club continues to work to instill values in children through value education classes. The Intra Club continues to explore various avenues to serve. Raila, which was conducted at the PSBB Millennium School, Girugambakam on Saturday, March 18th, had a great impact on our students who participated. 50 of our students participated in the event as interactors and proudly walked away as Railarians. We would like to now applaud some of the noteworthy achievements of our students. Gauri S. Pillai of class 4 participated in the ABWR, American Book of World Records program conducted on Sunday, 1st January 2023 in Chennai. She performed boxing with continuous 20-minute, 23-second straight punches in the standing position. K. Harshita of Class 4 secured rank 4 in Chennai City at the National Young Authors Fair. She has moved up from the number 1 at school level to being rank 4 at the city level in Bree Book's leaderboard ranking. Ashwin K. of Class 7 won the bronze medal in the alpine inline skating at the Tamil Nadu State Meet on 7th November 2022. Aradhya Avinash of Class 5 participated in the state-level badminton tournament conducted by Ambattur Badminton Association on 11th September 2022. She has qualified for semi-finals in the under-11 category. Nitya F. of Class 5 secured the first position in the district-level Silambam competition on 10th July 2022, organized by the Thai Silambam Academy at Sri Ayyappa MHFS, Sholingnallur. Kirtik M. Murugan of Class 6 participated in the state-level children's chess tournament which was conducted by Thirumal Chess Academy on 19th and 20th November. He secured first place in the merit list by securing 7 on 7 points, state-level under-12 category. Sanjay Ganesh had the privilege of working as an intern at ISRO in a team to build a sounding rocket which will lift the payload provided by ISRO. Entrepreneurship Summit 2023, the biggest offline summit ever, was conducted by IIT Madras in April. This initiative helps the students understand the power of entrepreneurial mindset and helps them excel in this fast-changing 21st century world. The following students of Class 12 formed part of a team which was one among the 12 teams that entered the final level conducted at the IIT Madras campus from 6th April to 9th April 2023. Rakshan Aditya Karthikeyan, Chris Varshit DJ, Samya Veera, and Aditya Sivakumar. Some more accolades.
The school welcomed the auspicious month of Margazhi on 15 December 2022. Srimati Kala Srinivasan, Jalatarangam artist, graced the occasion with her presence. Throughout the year, the school halls resounded with the divine chanting of the Sahasranama. Festivals like Pongal, Christmas, Krishna Janmashtami, etc. continue to be celebrated with the same vigor as the national festivals. Days like Yoga Day, Environment Day, International Music Day, Guru Purnima were observed with zest and enthusiasm.
While art prepares us for life, education is life itself. As Oprah Winfrey said, education is the key to unlocking the world. It is the passport to freedom. Integrating art and education, which continue to be important aspects of the human condition, help us not just to survive, but also live our lives with beauty and grace. This is the aim of all human life, and guiding our students to live such a complete life is also our aim.
Molding the students to be responsible and good human beings who will contribute to society and positively influence the future generation continues to be our goal. I am confident that we can achieve this goal as a team of teachers, parents and students. Thank you, one and all.
It has been a truly extraordinary year filled with such beautiful memories. We now request the dignitaries to come on stage. Now I call upon Lakshita Satish Kumar, SPL, and Aditya Sivakumar, SPL, to deliver the welcome address.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, and a very good evening to one and all present here on this fine occasion. I am Aditya.
And I am Lakshita. We proudly present to you our school's most anticipated event, the annual Day 2023-24.
A guru is the light in the dark and inspiration of our aspirations. With the blessings of Dr. Mrs. Y.G. Parthasarthi, it gives us great honor to be hosting you all today.
It gives us immense pleasure in welcoming our chief guest, Kalaimamani Dr. Srilata Vinod, for being here with us today. Furthermore, we would also like to extend a genial welcome to the guest of honor, Mrs. Geeta Govindarajan, Principal PSBB Senior Secondary School, KK Nagar, for being here with us today.
We would like to extend a warm welcome to Mr. Abhinav Dar, Chairman and Managing Trustee of the Learning Leadership Foundation. We would also like to welcome Ms. Sheila Rajendra, Dean and Director of the PSBB Group of Schools, and Ms. Kulkirti, Director of Strategic Planning and Operations.
We're happy to welcome Mrs. Mahalakshmi Kumar, Principal of PSBB LLA, Mrs. Bhavani Bhaskar, Principal of PSBB Millennium School, Girgambakam, Ms. Swarna Lakshmi Ramesh, Principal of PSBB Millennium School, Coimbatore, Ms. Mahalakshmi N., Principal PSBB Millennium School, Kadalur, and Mrs. Jayashri Sundaram, Vice Principal of PSBB LLA. We would also like to welcome our beloved Principal, Mrs. Rukmani Sridharan.
A cordial welcome to the teacher representatives from the PSBB Millennium Group of Schools and LLA.
We would like to extend our warmest welcome to the coordinators, administrative staff, and teachers of our school who've put in vigorous efforts. Last but not least, we would also like to welcome the parents and our dear students who work relentlessly. We thank the Almighty for having made us ready for this highly awaited day. We once again welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshita and Aditya. I now call upon Anushka Chakravarti of Class 12 to introduce our chief guest for the evening, Kalaimamani Dr. Srilata Vinod.
It is with great pleasure that we introduce our chief guest, Kalaimamani Dr. Srilata Vinod, an artistic director at Antara Center for Performing Arts and the president of Prayatnam Dance School. She is a faculty at the Tamil Nadu Dr. J. Jayalalalitha Music and Fine Arts University. She trains postgraduate students and a guide for PhD scholars at Wales University. Dr. Srilata has choreographed over 25 thematic shows. Dr. Srilata has completed her MA in History and Bharatnatyam and has a distinction in Bharatnatyam theory from Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. She also has a PhD in Bharatanatyam from Tamil University and has completed a course in South Indian Temple Art and Iconography from Madras Craft Foundation. Dr. Srilata is a Government of India Senior Scholarship holder and a Sangeet Natak Academy Fellowship holder. She is a top grade artist from Madras Doordarshan as well as an empaneled artist of Indian Council for Cultural Relations. Her list of accolades include the Distinguished Kalaimamani, Natya Kalaimamani and Natya Purna awards for her extensive contribution to the field of dance. She is also the recipient of the Veludi and Bala Saraswati Awards for Excellence, the Yuvaraj Kala Bharati Award, Natya Shri Puraskar, and Natya Kala Ratna. Dr. Srilata's journey from academic excellence to artistic brilliance serves as an inspiration to all of us. We're extremely honored to have you here with us, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Anushka. I now request our principal, Mrs. Rukmini Sridharan, to felicitate our chief guest. Thank you, ma'am. I call upon Anish Pradhan of Class 12 to introduce our guest of honor, Mrs. Geeta Govindrajan.
It is my privilege to introduce our guest of honor, Mrs. Geeta Govindrajan, an extraordinary educator and the principal of the PSBB Senior Secondary School, KK Nagar. For the past 4 decades, Mrs. Geeta Govindrajan has been a passionate teacher committed to excellence in the field of education. As the head of the mathematics department, Mrs. Govindrajan has gone above and beyond, not only in the classroom, but also in a relentless pursuit in innovations for teaching. Her contributions are numerous and far-reaching, and they have had a profound impact on both students and educators. She trains students to participate in a mathematical modeling competition held at Singapore. She had puzzles and brain teasers converted into working models to better help visualize the solutions in the maths lab. She has generated resource material in the form of animated software to bring out concept clarity in many topics in students of classes 11 and 12. She spearheaded the team that won the IGBC Green Your School Award, winning a grant of 3 lakh rupees. Throughout her illustrious career, Mrs. Govindrajan has received numerous accolades, including the CBSE Best Teacher Award, the Best Coordinator Award by Science Olympiad Foundation, and the esteemed Ramanujam Award by Srinivasa Ramanujam Academy for her outstanding academic achievements. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, Anish. I request our principal to felicitate the guest of honor. Thank you, ma'am. We now call upon our chief guest, Dr. Srilata Vinod, to address the audience and share a few thoughts.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to all of you. Very eager faces looking towards us. The dignitaries on the dais. This is a moment of great pride for all of you. But here on this side, I have a little twinge of jealousy because I'm really feeling truly very jealous that I was not born now in this day and age to be one of, part of one of you here in this year, taking part in these events hosted by PSBB. PSBB has always been a pioneer institution aiming at interdisciplinary approach, and it has always made a clear distinction between academics and education. Education is so important to shape the future of all of you, and that's exactly what they have believed in and have always striven, and I'm sure they will always strive for that. We're looking forward to your presentation because that's what I am looking forward to very, very eagerly. I've heard so much about the class and the kind of supreme dedication that the students and teachers put in to bring a production together, and I'm truly waiting to see that with bated breath. I really extend my heartfelt wishes to each one of you who is participating today, and we really look forward to speaking about it at the end of the event. I once again thank the Dean, the principals, the staff, and of course, dear students and parents, for inviting me to be part of this very beautiful day. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your passion to accelerate extracurricular activities in the young students and for your motivating words. Now, we request our guest of honor, Mrs. Geeta Govindrajan, to share a few words.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. I deem it my pleasure and privilege to be a part of this program today. Ever since the existence of humans being, emotion is an integral part of the humans. If we can say, the emotions, the gist of emotion is bhavam, we are eagerly looking forward how those bhavams are going to be expressed on stage now. Long before psychology became a standalone subject with scientific treatment, our Patanjali Mamuni has given us ample evidences and examples in his Natya Sastra, showing us the nuances of the fine feelings, the emotions that can be expressed, and what are the confluences of those expressions and how they are expressed. These are not only for the artists like musicians and dancers, it's for all of us, because the world is the stage and all of us are artists, isn't it? I can proudly say with authenticity that this kind of Patanjali's work has been the foundation of modern psychology. So I am also eagerly waiting to see how children are going to bring the bhavam alive on stage, and waiting to speak more about it. Congratulations to all the students and participants, and hearty congratulations to the parents who have encouraged the children to participate in these kind of activities, unlike some few other parents who are chasing them to classes to another class. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for expressing your eagerness towards today's theme. We thank you for your kind words. We now request Abhinav sir to share a few words with us.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. A very good evening, and what a delightful time for all of us to get together as we celebrate what we very endearingly call the crystal year of the PSBB Millennium OMR. And it's the crystal year, to my mind, of Mrs. YGP's dream, which she had shared with us exactly 15 years ago, giving us the responsibility and the mandate to ensure that her ideology, her beliefs, which, with every passing day, with every passing year, as the situations change, and a lot has changed over the last, 4 or 5 years, including the pandemic and all of that, the way our, the entire social fabric got really shaken up, and it brought us very close to some realities that were dormant somewhere at the back of our minds, and they have been laid out right in front of us. And so on this occasion, I extend my very, very hearty greetings to our wonderful chief guest and all the dignitaries on the stage, and all the entire leadership team of the other Millennium schools across the country. But more importantly, all the proud parents who are sitting here today, and I know your hearts are fluttering to, watch what your children are about to unleash on the stage in a while from now. So I don't really want to stand between what you are about to witness in a little while, and allow the proceedings to dazzle us and go. Just a couple of quick, very quick 2 or 3 points I would like to mention. I would steal this opportunity now that I have got an opportunity to come face to face with all of you together. Firstly, I do want to, with a very, very deep gratitude, extend our warmest thanks to Mrs. Sheila Rajendra, who is truly an embodiment and of the great legacy of Mrs. YGP, for guiding us every single moment, driving our academics, ensuring that our practices are world class, ensuring everything that we do is absolutely zero defect and absolutely uncompromising. She does appear to be a nice, charming lady, but let me assure you she is not. Behind that charming face is a steely, gritty, committed, determined, splendid woman who spends every single moment of her life driving Mrs. YGP's dream across the entire PSBB group of schools. I think a quick word on Mrs. Kulkirti sitting here on the dais to my left. Like I always say, she appears to be the quietest, but I can see the leadership team of the Millennium School saying she's the noisiest behind the curtains. And the noise that she makes is what oils our entire operations across all Millennium schools, perfectly. So thank you, Kulkirti, for doing all that you're doing. My great word of appreciation for all the wonderful staff and teachers of PSBB Millennium OMR. And I know that I will completely run out of words at the end of this program when we will witness what they have put together, which they will put up on the stage in a while. But the efforts that go in behind that, and thank you very much for that. I salute you all for that. And lastly, but nevertheless, the intensive amount of efforts that all the parents put in behind the curtains. So it's the preparation of the parents and the teachers and the students and the tireless efforts that we witness come up live on the stage. Thank you very much for that. Do ensure that you also have a responsibility as parents to ensure that our legacy, our beliefs, our very, very deep set beliefs in the fact that we should not allow our future generation to walk away or go too distant from our really glorious and rich Indian values. And parents have that responsibility as well. In fact, I quickly shared with the parents yesterday. I do not mind repeating it very quickly right now. There are just 2 requests to all the parents sitting here. One, please do ensure that everything that you do is on display in life, and it is on display to your children. Your children are watching, but they are not saying so. You are performing, but you are not aware of that. And every single thing that you do, the believe, act, behave, is going to be emulated and copied by your parents tomorrow, by your children tomorrow. The way you look after your parents, you will be looked after exactly like that. And it'll happen silently, it'll happen very slowly, gradually over a period of time. The other thing is that, you know, in the last 5 or 6 years, we have gone a little too away from our Indian way of life. And it is our responsibility as parents to ensure that you do set aside a little time every day in the evening, get together with with everybody in the family, just switch off all the televisions and mobile phones for half an hour and talk about what you heard from your parents, about your culture, about your beliefs, about your spirituality. And that will be your contribution to creating, deepening Mrs. YGP's great legendary vision. So thank you very much. I don't want to stand between you and the spectacular show that is coming up. Enjoy yourselves. Have a good time.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words and for your constant support. Now, we call upon Sheila ma'am to share a few thoughts with the audience.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. A very good evening. Our salutations to our own dear Guru, Guru of Gurus, Dr. Mrs. YGP. I would say every day is a tribute to her, and every day is a blessing from her, not just on these occasions when she's the most thrilled and enthused by just wanting to watch the talent of young kids. I would say that this program, tomorrow PSBB Millennium Girgambakam has its program. It's again a tribute on her, especially on the day of her death anniversary, which is 6th August. And close to it, we've been having the spectacular cultural extravaganza. Parents, thank you for having that trust and faith in the PSBB group of schools, and also going with our belief that it's not just about subjects and just compartmentalize academics as only imparting the classroom subject transaction and processes, but it's beyond that. And this is Mrs. YGP's, has been her belief and philosophy, not today, not yesterday, but decades ago, and she was far ahead of her times. And this has been her education philosophy, and that she has never moved away from that, irrespective of whatever may be happening around in the education field, or whatever may be the pressure that she might have faced from several quarters. And thanks to her that she believed every PSBB and every teacher in PSBB was a mini Mrs. YGP. She would encourage each one to continue with that courage and conviction and ensure that young children are influenced by our own heritage and culture and tradition. So thank you, parents, to have reposed that faith in us, in the group of PSBB's way, and here you are to witness the talent and the cultural impact that our children have had during their schooling this far, and will continue to carry this pride of Bharatiya with them. And thanks to all the teachers who have made this possible. It's because they have also toiled with the belief that this is what will work eventually in bringing up children with values and principles. So without much ado, I will stop here, and in advance congratulate all the children who are going to be here on stage, and all those youngsters who have not been on stage but helped in this whole production and in presenting it. And not just the youngsters and all the support staff, everybody who has helped in putting up this show. At the end of the show, while we said, okay, they're going to speak about the show post, please parents, it's not going to be this long. All of us are not going to come back on stage, but we definitely request you to stay on till our chief guest and guest of honor would like to say a few words in appreciation and encouragement of the children who've presented this bhavam. And I would like to end saying that bhavam, Mrs. YGP, all of us have our bhavams, all right? And sometimes the negative bhavams, sometimes actually kind of suppress the good bhavams. Like anger is considered to be a negative bhavam, right, expression. And I'm reminded of Mrs. YGP. She was epitome of all bhavams, but she had all the positive bhavams, actually highlighted in her as Mrs. YGP. And every little theme, every little, talent that the children possess and their divinity and their innocence, Mrs. YGP would be so appreciative and so thrilled to see her children on stage or anywhere else. And what she was always highlighting is the bhavam of happiness and joy, anandam. So she would always believe that children should not fake a stomachache or a headache on a Monday morning and be happily wanting to come to school. So let's together enjoy the show. And please, once again, parents, I'm sure you would like to listen to the chief guest and guest of honor speak a few words appreciating the program after the program is over. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for always being there for us and for your heartening words. Now, I request Mrs. Padma S., our coordinator, to take over for the 10 years of service award ceremony.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. On this 15th annual day, today, it is a momentous occasion as we gather here to celebrate and felicitate a remarkable milestone, the completion of 10 years of dedicated service by our esteemed colleagues. This day is not just about marking the passage of time, but acknowledging the invaluable contributions and unwavering commitment of our teachers and admin staff to our organization. We derive immense pleasure in honoring each one of you with a poetic tribute. We request our esteemed Managing Trustee and Chairman, Mr. Abhinav Dar, to felicitate our staff for their 10 years of dedicated service. Sir, may I please request you to felicitate our colleagues? With tireless spirit, he commands. Through trials and tasks, he understands. A manager with grace and might, his presence casts a guiding light. Yes, it is none other than our KK sir, Mr. Kamalakannan. Congratulations, sir. Next, in molecules and equations dance, she nurtures dreams and gives chance for future scientists to rise, unveiling truths that mesmerize. Let's give a big round of applause to Ms. Renju Jaimun. Congratulations, Renju. An English teacher and ISO coordinator, her impact felt both near and far. In this poetic tribute, we raise a toast for her unwavering dedication. Praise we post. Congratulations, Ms. Yamini. Thank you, sir, for honoring our colleagues. It is indeed a proud moment to get awards from you. We now request the esteemed Dean and Director of PSBB Group of Schools, Mrs. Sheila Rajendra, to felicitate our colleagues. Ma'am, may I please request you to honor our colleagues? Moving on, her patience endless like the stars, guiding minds through learning wars. Through struggles and challenges, she stands, supporting peers with gentle hands. Yes, this is Mrs. Ranjani A. Congratulations, Mrs. Ranjani. Next, so let's raise our hearts and voices too to honor the primary teacher who mold the future with love and grace, leaving an indelible warm embrace. Congratulations, Mrs. Deepthi. Moving on, with chalk in hand and a whiteboard white, she teaches addition, subtraction and division, multiplication tables she helps to rehearse. Until mastery, students too traverse. Congratulations, Mrs. Shanmugavadivu. Thank you, ma'am, for honoring our colleagues. It was indeed a proud moment for us. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. May we request the dignitaries to take their seats in the auditorium? We have finally arrived at the moment we've all been waiting for, and the moment our students and teachers have tirelessly been working for. We proudly present to you Anubhuti 2023.
The Kala Chakra or wheel of time represents one of philosophy's fundamental concepts, the transience of life. Seasons change, people age, and the cycle continues eternally. Nothing lasts forever, no matter how perfect we may want life to be. These past 15 years have had their fair share of challenges for us, from floods to cyclones and even the global pandemic. But throughout this journey, we have been blessed with the guidance of our gurus, the support of our parents, and the enthusiasm of our students, proving that even the adversities contain seeds of opportunity. They say that each moment in history is a fleeting time, precious and unique, but some stand out as moments of beginning, in which courses are set that shape who we are today. We have come a long way since 2009, and it is with immense pleasure that the PSBB Millennium School, OMR, celebrates its Crystal Jubilee anniversary this academic year. Zooming out, 2023 has been a momentous year, not just for us, but for the world as a whole, and for India in particular. This was the year of India's G20 presidency, the year of millets, and the year in which the International Yoga Day became a worldwide phenomenon. It's no surprise that India is starting to be recognized for the vibrance of its culture. Our nation has always been a melting pot of traditions, where celebration never ends. Be it times of festivity or even of hardship, mankind has always found solace in art. So, to commemorate this monumental occasion, this year's annual day will be focusing on the beauty of music and dance. Today, we will be exploring how dance has, for time immemorial, been used to give life to our imagination. By showcasing India's flourishing dance culture, we honor the richness of our heritage while simultaneously embracing what dance means in the contemporary world. The history of dance shows us that, regardless of where we are from, humanity has always been united by the desire to celebrate the joy that comes with being alive. In this sense, Natya perfectly encapsulates the spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. It is something that has been brought from heaven to earth and is capable of creating heaven on earth.
விநாயக பெருமானை வாழ்த்தி வணங்கிய ஆடலும் பாடலும் அற்புதம். அத்தகு ஆடற்கலை அகிலத்திற்கு வந்த வரலாற்றை நாட்டிய நாடகமாக கண்டு களிப்போமா?
உணர்வுகளின் பிம்பமாய் நாட்டியம், உணர்வுகளின் பிம்பமாய் நாட்டியம், அதன் வடிவத்தை சொல்லுமே நாட்டிய சாஸ்திரம். உணர்வுகளின் பிம்பமாய் நாட்டியம், அதன் வடிவத்தை சொல்லுமே நாட்டிய சாஸ்திரம். உலகத்து ஞானங்கள் யாவையும் தன்னுள்ளே கொண்டுள்ள காவியம் நாட்டிய சாஸ்திரம். உலகத்து ஞானங்கள் யாவையும் தன்னுள்ளே கொண்டுள்ள காவியம் நாட்டிய சாஸ்திரம். துயரத்தின் கடலது சூழ்ந்ததாம் சோகத்தே, உலகமும் வாழ்ந்ததாம் தேவர் யாவரும் சேர்ந்து பிரம்மனை நாடிய போதுதான் துயரத்தின் நாளியை மீளவே. கலங்கரை விளக்கத்தே
Digu digu daya dhinam dik dik taka dhit tanam taka ham. Digu digu daya dhinam dik dhit taka dhit tanam taka ham. Ham. Digu digu daya dhinam dik dhit taka dhit tanam taka ham. Ham. Dhadana thari digu daya dhadana thari digu daya. Dhidan dhita dhittaka dhitta rangu taka hum. Dhidan dhita dhittaka dhitta rangu taka hum. Dhadana thari digu daya dhadana thari digu daya. Dhidan dhita dhittaka dhitta rangu taka hum. Dhidan dhita dhittaka dhitta rangu taka hum. Jagana ganana jagana gana gana jagana ganana jagana ganana jagana gana gana jagana ganana. Dhaya dhidam tadhit dhit dhaya dhidam tadhit taka dhitta rangu taka dhitta rangu taka. Kitetri dhira kita dhada dhira kita dhada. Kitetri dhira kita dhada dhira kita dhada. Dhittaka dhitta rangu taka hum. Taka dhitta rangu taka hum. Dhitta rangu taka hum. Jaganaka jaganaka diggu diggu taya dhinam dik. Jaganaka jaganaka diggu diggu taya dhinam dik. Jaganaka jaganaka diggu diggu taya dhinam dik. Dhinam dik. Dhinam dik.
राधा कृष्णा राधा कृष्णा श्याम रंग में रंगी राधिका आज हुई मदवारी कृष्ण कृष्ण दोहराए हर पल भूल के सुध बुध सारी महाराज की पावन बेला तीनों लोक से न्यारी रास रचाए गोलोक में कान्हा कुंज बिहारी
रंग प्रेम का चढ़े तो कोई रंग नहीं भाई रंग प्रेम का चढ़े तो कोई रंग नहीं भाई नहीं भाई रे दूजा रंग नहीं भाई
तारा ओरे रंगीला तारा रंग भेरू जुवे तारी ए वाट रंग लो जाम्यो कालिंदरी ने घाट छोकरा तारा ओरे छबीला तारा ओरे रंगीला तारा रंग भेरू जुवे तारी ए वाट रंग लो तारा ओरे रंगीला तारा रंग भेरू जुवे तारी
जनजीवित फलधान्य संपन्न भूमि इत श्याम सुंदर केदार भूमि मानवर्कु समत नल्गिय मवलितन भूमि मधुर महित ललित कलകൾ വിരിയും മലർവാടി ശ്യാമ സുന്ദര കേദാര ഭൂമി
தட்டி தன்ன ஜன்னு தன் தட்டி தன்ன ஜன்னு தன் தட்டி தன்ன ஜன்னு தன் தீரா ஜம் தன் தத்தின் கிண்ணத்தும் தத்தின் கிண்ணத்தும் தத்தின் கிண்ணத்தும் தத்தின் கிண்ண தட்டி தன்ன ஜன்னு தன் தட்டி தன்ன ஜன்னு தன் தட்டி தன்ன ஜன்னு தன் தீரா ஜம் நம் தத்தின் கிண்ணத்தும் தத்தின் கிண்ணத்தும் தத்தின் கிண்ணத்தும் தீம் தீம் தரி தன ஜன்னு தாம் தரி தன ஜன்னு தாம் தரி தன ஜன்னு தாம் ததி தஜம் தனம் தரி கிண்ணத்தும் ததி கிண்ணத்தும் ததீம் தரி தன ஜன்னு தாம் தரி தஜம் தனம் தரி கிண்ணத்தும் ததி கிண்ணத்தும் ததி கிண்ணத்தும் நீலம் கொள் மேகத்தின் மயில் மீது நீ வந்த வாழ்வை கண்டதனாலே நீலம் கொள் மேகத்தின் மயில் மீது நீலம் கொள் மேகத்தின் மயில் மீது நீ வந்த வாழ்வை கண்டதனாலே நீலம் கொள் மேகத்தின் மயில் மீது நீ வந்த வாழ்வை கண்டதனாலே நீலம் கொள் மேகத்தின் மயில் மீது நீ வந்த வாழ்வை கண்டதனாலே நீலம் கொள் மேகத்தின் மயில் மீது நீ வந்த வாழ்வை கண்டதனாலே மால் கொண்ட பேதை மனம் நாரும் மார்த்தங்கு தாரை தந்தருள்வாயே மால் கொண்ட பேதை மனம் நாரும் மார்த்தங்கு தாரை தந்தருள்வாயே நான் என்று மார்த்தட்டும் பெருமாளே 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 பெருமாளே
தங்கிடத்துக்கு தரிக்கிடத்துக்கு தத்தா தித்தி தத்தொம் தொம் தரிக்கிடதும் தக்க தரிக்கிடதும் கிடத்துக்கு தரிக்கிடத்துக்கு தா தங்கிடத்துக்கு தரிக்கிடத்துக்கு தா தஜம் ததீம் தரிக்கிடத்துக்கு தஜம் தரிக்கிடத்துக்கு தண்ணம் தரிக்கிடத்துக்கு தா தங்கிடத்துக்கு தரிக்கிடத்துக்கு தஜம் தத்திக்கு டத்தும் தா தங்கிடத்துக்கு தரிக்கிடத்துக்கு தஜம் கிடத்துக்கு தரிக்கிடத்துக்கு தை தங்கிடத்துக்கு தஜம் தகத தங்கிடத்துக்கு தஜம் கிடத்துக்கு ஜம் கிடத்துக்கு ஜம் கிடத்துக்கு ஜம் தரிக்கிடத்துக்கு 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 தங்கிடத்துக்கு தரிக்கிடத்துக்கு தத்தா தெத்தி தொம் தொம் தங்கிடத்துக்கு தரிக்கிடத்துக்கு தத்தா தெத்தி தொம் தொம் தங்கிடத்துக்கு தரிக்கிடத்துக்கு தத்தா தெத்தி தொம் தொம் தங்கிடத்துக்கு தரிக்கிடத்துக்கு தத்தா ஜம் தங்கிடத்துக்கு தரிக்கிடத்துக்கு தத்தா ஜம் தத்திக்கிட்டத்தும் தா தத்திக்கிட்டத்தும் தா தத்திக்கிட்டத்தும் தாம் தீம் தத்திக்கிட்டத்தும் தக்க தத்திக்கிண்ணத்தும் தக்க தெக்கு தத்திக்கிண்ணத்தும் தாம் கிடத்துக்கிட்டதும் 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 தெத்தா கிடத்துக்கிட்டதும் தெத்தா கிடத்துக்கிட்டதும் தெத்தா கிடத்துக்கிட்டதும் தா
समोत्सुकं विकीर्णविस्तीर्णकलापशोभितं ससम्भ्रमालिङ्गन चुम्बनाकुलं ससम्भ्रमालिङ्गन चुम्बनाकुलं प्रवृत्तनृत्यं कुलमध्यबर्हिणाम्
ৰাতি দুপৰলে মইনা কেঁচা কেঁচা মৰম তোমাক যাচিমে কাষতে বহুৱাই মইনা মিঠা মিঠা চেনে চুমা যাচিমে ৰাতি দুপৰলে মইনা কেঁচা কেঁচা মৰম তোমাক যাচিমে কাষতে বহুৱাই মইনা মিঠা মিঠা চেনে চুমা যাচিমে কৈনো বুজিবা তুমি ক'লে মইনা বুজি পাবা মোৰ হ'লে মইনা মৰমনো আচলতে যৌৱনো আচলতে কি ঐ আজি দেখোন নাচনি ঐ নতুন নতুন লাগিছে নাচোনৰ সাজতে অ মইনা জান লাহি কঁকাল ভাঙিছে এই ৰঙা চোলা পিন্ধিলে ঐ মুগাৰী ঘামেৰালে ঐ চাই থাকো লাগিছে চাই থাকো লাগিছে আজি ফাগুনেরও মোহনায় মন মাতানো মহুয়ায় রঙ্গিনী বিহুর নেশা কোন আকাশে নিয়ে যায় ফাগুনেরও মোহনায় মন মাতানো মহুয়ায় রঙ্গিনী বিহুর নেশা কোন আকাশে নিয়ে যায় ফাগুনেরও মোহনায় ঝিলমিলিয়ে যায় রে ঝিলমিলিয়ে যায় ও মোর মন হারিয়ে যায় মোর মন হারিয়ে যায় অন্যের তোর ভাবনা ঝিলমিলিয়ে যায় রে ঝিলমিলিয়ে যায় কোন চেনা দেশের তরে তোর সাথে এইতে পান করে মোর মনের প্রজাপতি নাচি নাচি ঘুরি ঘুরি উড়ি উড়ি উড়ে যায় মন হারানোর ঠিকানায় ফাগুনের মোহনায় মন মাতানো মহুয়ায় রঙ্গিনী বিহুর নেশা কোন আকাশে নিয়ে যায় ফাগুনের মোহনায় সুরের অন্তরে ঝিরঝিরি ঝর্ণা ধারায় নতুন রং ঝরে প্রেম রাঙা মোর কবিতা সুরের অন্তরে ঝিরঝিরি ঝর্ণা ধারায় নতুন রং ঝরে সবুজে সবুজে হৃদয় কেমন করে সবুজে সবুজে হৃদয় কেমন করে ও মোর দিন উড়িয়া যায় রে দিন উড়িয়া যায় অন্যের তোর ভাবনা গুনগুনিয়ে যায় রে গুনগুনিয়ে যায় ও মোর দিন উড়িয়া যায় রে দিন উড়িয়া যায় অন্যের তোর ভাবনা গুনগুনিয়ে যায় রে গুনগুনিয়ে যায় তোর স্বপনের ভ্রমরি মোর প্রেমেরও প্রহরী তোর স্বপনের ভ্রমরী মোর প্রেমেরও প্রহরী হৃদয়েরও বাগিচায় নাচি নাচি ঘুরি ঘুরি উড়ি উড়ি উড়ে যায় মন হারানোর ঠিকানায় আগুনেরও মোহনায় মন মাতানো মহুয়ায় রঙ্গিনী বিহুর নেশা কোন আকাশে নিয়ে যায় আগুনেরও মোহনায় আগুনেরও মোহনায় মন মাতানো মহুয়ায় রঙ্গিনী বিহুর নেশা কোন আকাশে নিয়ে যায় আগুনেরও
तक के गोरीए नैन चन्न दी कुड़ी बदलां दी भैन सर तेनू बिजली बिजली कहन ओ जीदे उत्ते गिरदी बचदा भी कख नी तारे भी डर के रहन सिंड्रेला वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम् हे वसुधैव 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 कुटुम्बकम् एक ही ईश्वर एक ही ज्ञान वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम् इस दुनिया में प्यार दिलाएंगे खुशियों का उत्सव मनाएंगे एक ही साथ मिलेंगे हम वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्
Let's work together for peace. Vasudeva Kutumbakam.
The path of love is the only way. Vasudeva Kutumbakam.
Wow, those were just... Those are just some of the most beautiful performances we've ever... Those are just some of the most beautiful performances we've ever seen. Let's give a big round of applause for all our students and our teachers. We request the dignitaries to share a few words about today's program with us. May we request our chief guest to give us a feedback?
What a feast. Right from Jammu to Kanyakumari, what a feast. It was truly, truly beautiful, mesmerizing, breathtaking. Thank you, children, so much. Thank you. And thank you to the wonderful teachers who made this possible. Music and poetry just exist in time. Painting and architecture exist in space, but it's only dance that at the same time exists in both time and space. This was truly testimony to that. Wonderful, wonderful performance. Right from the beginning, each and every child showed so much of joy to just be there and showcase their talent. I enjoyed each one of you. Don't even think for a moment that you went unnoticed. Each one of you is equally important, unique, and special. Truly enjoyed the participation of the boys along with the girls in the dances. It was truly nice. Wonderful, graceful Garba dancer. That one boy in the center. The Chenda player. Excellent. What lovely, observation to play like that. He was just having a model, but he played so effectively. The beautiful dancers from every state. How much of classicism and the joy of dancing that you showed and exhibited. The Ghumar dancers, the Bihu dancers. Each and every state you had such special moments. All of you Bharatanatyam dancers, of course. It's a special thing, isn't it? We are from here. The Odissi dancers, Bengal, West Bengal, you did a wonderful job. Each one of you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I hope you will carry this forward. And dear parents, it's such a wonderful, gratifying moment because each of you would have spent hours and hours packing special meals for them to take in between their rehearsal times and the sacrifices that you must have made in time to make sure that they are there for their practices. A special round of applause to each one of you. But most importantly, it's how they went onto stage and how they went off the stage. Excellent professionalism in each and every movement. Kudos to all the teachers who made it possible and made sure that they did it in the best way. Of course, it is PSBB and that's what you expect of them. So I'm sure you all take wonderful memories as much as I do today. I'm so honored and grateful that I have been invited to be part of this beautiful, beautiful presentation. Thank you once again, students. Thank you all.
What an awesome presentation. Kudos to the mastermind who thought of this theme for the school anniversary program. And my hearty congratulations to all the architects of the program who chiseled the various bhavams and brought it alive on stage. This spectacular show for the last 60 minutes showcased the rich cultural talents of the school. Like, I think almost every student of the school took part and they behaved like a professional. Everyone had a, unique masterpiece to present, and the zeal and the enthusiasm, the delicacy, the energy with all of them danced, makes it the day for them. And they are so rich in the talent and other things. The school is really blessed. They are so rich as India is in art, literature, dance, music, culture, and nature. A single note will not become a symphony, and a single artist will not make an orchestra. It is the concerted effort of the like-minded, equally talented students who can make this spectacular show. Like this, we will be failing in our duty if we don't recognize those masterminds who have behaved, who have contributed to the spectacular event by the right choice of music, by designing the costumes appropriately, making props, and the technology-enabled, visuals. And they're so rich in the dramatics and ethnicity, right? What 100 hours of school teaching cannot do, this 1 hour program has really made it. It's not only the knowledge about the India. Who can forget about the rich Indian culture after seeing this program? Is there any better way to educate the children about this? I'm sure apart from learning the culture and tradition of Indian culture, these students would have really earned the life skills. They have experienced the collaborative learning, the experiential learning, and the cross-curricular learning. Above all, they know how to, move as a group, how to perform each other, how to complement each other. So many life skills they have learned. Kudos to the performers and all those children who acted behind the screen, whose name would have gone unnoticed. But for the teachers and the cooperation of the parents, this wouldn't have been possible. The rhythms can make even silence dance. No doubt, these mesmerizing beats will make our soul dance for the years to come together. Once again, hearty congratulations to all the students, the teachers, and the support staff, and the parents for encouraging your children to take part in this kind of an art-integrated learning. This is what the CBSE is aspiring for. This is the way in which the new educational policy says that the school has to impart education. I am at a loss for words to explain more and compliment them further and further. Hearty congratulations.
Now I request Mr. Abhinav to share feedback with us.
No more feedback. So children have done what they have done. Teachers and staff have done what they have done. And now what is left to do is for the parents. So what I would request you to do is, here is how we will applaud all these wonderful children out there on the stage. I will have all of you students say hip hip. Okay, not now. When I say 1, 2, 3, you'll say hip hip, and your parents will say hooray. All right, we'll go 3 times. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. The third time, if you have to bring the roof down or something. All right, and you have to outshout your parents. 1, 2, 3, go. I think that's the best way. God bless you all. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the evening.
Thank you so much, sir. And thank you, all of you, for your valuable feedback. This will surely inspire us and keep our spirits up for years to come and for us to give a thunderous performance. Thank you. Now, I now call upon Varsha Piyush Makwana, Cultural Secretary, and Bhargav Sai Balaji, Cultural Secretary, to deliver the vote of thanks. I request the students to report to their respective teachers and for the parents to be patient and stay with us for another 15 minutes. Thank you. The parents to stay for another 15 minutes. Thank you.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Gratitude is the music of the heart, and tonight our hearts are filled with a symphony of thankfulness.
A very good evening to one and all present here.
With the divine blessings of Padma Shri Awardee Dr. Mrs. Y.G. Parthasarathy, it is our privilege to propose the vote of thanks for Anubhuti, the 15th annual day celebrations of the PSBB Millennium School OMR.
First and foremost, our sincere gratitude goes to our distinguished chief guest, Kalaimamani Dr. Srilata Vinod, who has graced this occasion with her presence and enriched us with her valuable insights and encouragement. We would also like to take this opportunity to thank our guest of honor, Mrs. Geeta Govindarajan, for joining us today. It is indeed the gift of your presence that has made our day.
We extend our profound gratitude to Mr. Abhinav Dar, Chairman and Managing Trustee, Learning Leadership Foundation, Mrs. Sheila Rajendra, Dean and Director, PSBB Group of Schools, and Ms. Kulkirti, Director of Strategic Planning and Operations, for their continued support in all our ventures.
We extend our deepest regards to all the principals and vice principals of the PSBB Millennium and LLA Group of Schools for gracing today's event. We would also like to thank all the teacher representatives from the PSBB Millennium and LLA Group of Schools who have joined us this evening.
We extend our heartfelt thanks to our principal for her unending guidance and encouragement, without which the event would not have been so wonderful.
To our passionate and dedicated teachers, your relentless efforts, patience and unwavering support has played a huge part in putting together today's show in all its grandeur, for which we will always be grateful.
Our accomplishments and the magnificent display of talents tonight would not have been possible without the firm support and love of our parents. It is only your encouragement, presence and participation that has made all of our events extremely successful, and today is no exception, for which we will be eternally grateful.
We would like to thank all the participants whose performances today has left us mesmerized and filled our hearts with pride. Your hard work, talent and enthusiasm have made this evening a truly memorable and unforgettable one.
Special thanks to all the volunteers and SEB members for their helping hands, the admin department and IT coordinator for their technical assistance, the art department for their timely provision of props, and all the non-teaching staff for their tireless efforts in organizing this event. We are deeply moved by the indispensable help imparted by the housekeeping, transport department and Mr. Deepak of the school canteen.
We would also like to thank Mr. Madhusudan and Ms. Lavanya for choreographing a few performances, the staff of Umadri Mahal for providing us with the use of their exquisite hall, the audio and visual team for recording assistance, Shri Akshaya Raghavendra for costume and makeup, all of whom have contributed to the show's success.
We would like to end the day's proceedings by thanking the Almighty for His grace and blessings in making this annual day one to remember and cherish for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Varsha and Bhargav. As all good things must come to an end, we too have reached the end of Anubhuti 2023. Hope all of you had an amazing time. It has been a truly blissful experience and journey. This is Rachel Davids signing off. Thank you for coming and have a good night. I request everyone to rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे